Welcome back. I'm going to pick right up where I left off in my previous lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to be creating the bottom surface. Let's begin with a sketch. We'll insert it on the top plane. Take a normal 2 view. Notice that the image looks a little bit dim. I want to bring up some more contrast. This image, as you may remember from our previous lesson, is inside the bottom sketch. So let's expand that branch, double-click on the image. Let's decrease the transparency a bit, and then click OK. The status bar indicates that we're in editing part mode. Let's activate Sketch 1. That'll get us back to sketch mode. Now let's create a rectangle. I'll add a center line. Corner to corner, right-click and select. Now let's shift-select my construction line and the origin point, add a midpoint relation. Next, I'll place a tangent arc on both sides of the rectangle. The second tangent arc here. Right-click and select to exit the tool. Now we're going to position our sketch so it lines up a little bit better with our image. I'm going to shift-select both of the vertical lines and convert them to construction geometry. Now let's apply some dimensions. I'll accept the default values, OK. Here as well, OK. Let's activate the Offset Entities tool. Let me actually delete this dimension. And I'll use a construction line. Right-click and select to close the tool. Let's select the construction line and the origin point and add a midpoint relation. Now let's adjust the length of this line. And we're ready to dimension it. Accept the default value and click OK. Right-click and select to exit the Dimension tool. I'll select this line, shift-select the point, and add a coincident relation. Now we've got a fully defined sketch. Let's exit the sketch, take an isometric view. We're going to create another sketch on the front plane. Take a normal 2 view. To approximate this shape, we're going to need the Spline tool. If you don't want relations to appear automatically, hold down the Control key while you draw. Right-click and select to end the spline. Exit the sketch. Isometric view, Surfaces tab, Extruded Surface, Mid-plane extrusion. Let's drag the handle to adjust the length of the extrusion. Oops, let's select mid-plane again. And there we go. The surface basically needs to cross the boundary of the sketch. Let's deselect everything. Activate the Trim Surface tool. For my trimming tool, I'm going to select Sketch 1. Selections to keep. Let's select this one and click OK. And here is the bottom surface of this part. This concludes our lesson about creating the bottom surface. We'll be picking up from here in our next lesson to create the revolved surface.